on Sunday, preparing for what is probably the best combination of two guards that we'll see all year long with Isaiah Collier and Boogie Ellis. Isaiah was the #1 recruit in the country. We were recruiting him to Auburn, just probably a consensus top 5 pick in the draft next year. Just a great downhill, physical, pro point guard. Just great size and length, great athleticism, great ability to finish, play make, very aggressive player. And then Boogie Ellis, he's probably the best scoring guard that we'll see. He lit us up for 28 last year, and he's a tough cover. Those guys account for almost half of their offense, so it's gonna be really challenging for our guards, and where our bigs can help out, they can help out. I think USC is off to a disappointing start. I think they'd be the first to tell you they've had a couple of tough losses against good basketball teams, but games I'm sure they felt like they should have won. This USC team that'll finish in the top 3 or 4 in the Pac-12 without any question. They've got the talent to beat anybody on any night, so we're working to get ready, I think that after 9 games, and I mentioned this on the radio show, it kind of feels like we played 29 games just because we've been on the road, for 6 of the first 9, it'll be great. It'll be great to obviously get back home and play in front of our fans.
Bruce, your guards sort of had their way. I guess you could say maybe in the last game. How tough is it for them to sort of prepare for what they're going to face Sunday?
It's tough. I mean, there's no way my scout team can duplicate what Isaiah and Boogie can do. Just no way. So we'll watch them on film, and obviously it's a team. Our team defense has been pretty good. It'll be really challenged, which puts pressure on our offense. They'll play some drop coverage. USC will, so they got great shot blockers and rim protectors, getting the ball inside. There are times when that could be going to be challenging. They're really big. I mean, they're bigger than us at every position except, probably at every position. At 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah.
Bruce, you've talked about like the Indiana game and even the UNC Asheville game, the front court being really excited for the matchup. This one, you're kind of sensing that with your backcourt guys, your guards having to play against, like you said, Isaiah and Boogie and that combo that they bring.
Yeah, no question. As the 7 guards that we're playing, Trey and Aiden, KD and Denver, Chad and Chris Moore, and then Leo Berman. I mean, those 7 guys, they're just gonna have their hands full to study as much tape as we possibly can with those guys, so they can try to get a handle on their tendencies and things that we need to do to cover. We'll do a good job covering their actions. It's just their ability to make one-on-one plays that'll be the most challenging thing to guard.
Bruce, can you talk about this team's assist-to-turnover ratio? Did you see this thing coming in preseason, and can they do it in SEC?
Well, I think it starts with your point guard play, and both Trey and Aiden don't turn the ball over a lot. They do a really good job of taking care of the ball, and that's where it starts. I think that the second thing is, can we continue to become a better fast-breaking team, throw it ahead a little bit more, or early post it a little bit more, and then once it's not there, get it back in the hands of our point guards to run something, to run some actions. I think the guys have got a pretty good feel for not taking what I call shots, like, I didn't expect you to take that shot, whether it be on the break or whether it be executing or half-court offense. Now that'll be, again, every defense presents you with challenges. These guys will be the biggest team we played, the longest team we played, and their ability to then contest shots is going to be our challenge. We're going to have to make some contested shots on Sunday.
Hogan, our special guest today.
Hey Bruce, kind of, I guess, sort of looking at this game from a different perspective. You got Collier coming in, maybe the #1 pick in the draft. You've got Boogie, you've got Bronny LeBron comes. There's a lot of attention on that program coming in here. Is there any element for you guys of sort of showing what you got or being the underdog? How does that element play in with them coming in, maybe with just some of this national attention that they've got for a lot of different reasons? How do you sort of, are the guys excited about maybe playing against that, you know what I mean?
I think the guys know who their personnel is. The guys recognize the star power of a USC. Guys recognize that these guys are all heavily recruited, and so they'll obviously be excited about playing. You worry about some of the games when you are a prohibitive favorite, where they just show up. That hasn't been the case this year yet, right? So you have to sort of put up with all those other games, but the ones you're really excited about are these here. We've had this is our 5th game against Power 5 conferences in the non-conference. We're 3-1 right now with the loss to Baylor and the wins over Virginia Tech and Indiana, Notre Dame. So again, this continues on to be one of the toughest schedules that we've ever put together. Kids are excited. They're bringing Roxy Bernstein and Jay Williams going to be covering the game. I used to work with Jay a little bit when I was at ESPN, and that is big time. It is a national showcase. So the kids are excited.
Bruce, the last couple of games you guys have gotten on these runs where you force a lot of turnovers, get some easy offense on the other end. How do you like the way your defense has been stepping up, especially with the kind of the pressure and the aggression?
Well, it's great. I mean, I think that the guys are beginning to recognize that when we can make things difficult for an opposing offense, and create turnovers and therefore create great fast breaks and along the like. The challenge sometimes would be just one-on-one defense, and at some point it's going to be one-on-one against Isaiah Kyler. At some point it's going to be one-on-one against Boogie Ellis. At some point it's going to be one-on-one against Johnson. So who's brothers in plays for the Atlanta Hawks. So that'll be the challenge for us to be able to do that, keep off the offensive glass, and like I said, I think that from a talent standpoint, this might be the most talented team we played against all year. And I just think that Andy's going to he'll put this thing together. There's no question. Just a reminder that while this is a very, very tough ticket, our students are not here, and so I'm going to have to ask those 40 and 50 and 60 somethings to let their hair down a little bit, pretend that it's Animal House, and they're going back to college again on Sunday. Of course, after church, after going to church, and I need them to be loud and create a great environment for us to have a chance to beat this team.
Any more questions? Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Peter.
Yeah, thanks.